There's a sentence people say almost every single day, and it's also one of the most common lies in modern life. I don't have time. We use it as a shield, as an excuse, as a way to stay comfortable, even when our life isn't moving anywhere. But here's the brutal truth no one wants to admit. You do have time. You're just spending it on things that don't deserve it. And once you understand this, the way you see your entire life changes. Your brain is wired to choose comfort, not progress. This part is uncomfortable, but it's real. You don't struggle with time management. You struggle with emotional management, the ability to handle boredom, pressure, or discomfort without running away from it. Dark psychology explains that the brain is built to protect you from anything that feels threatening. And in the modern world, threatening doesn't mean danger. It means anything that forces effort, focus, uncertainty, or emotional friction. So instead, your brain gravitates toward the easiest, quickest source of relief. A swipe on your phone, a short burst of novelty on social media, a video that demands nothing from you, a notification promising a tiny hit of dopamine. The problem isn't that you're lazy, it's that the modern world weaponizes your brain's reward system against you. Your attention gets hijacked by things designed to keep you comfortable, even if comfort is slowly draining your potential. Hours vanish not because your life is packed, but because your brain keeps choosing what feels safe over what feels meaningful. You're quietly stealing time from yourself. Here's where the truth becomes painful. Most people genuinely believe they spend only 30 minutes or an hour on their phone each day. But when they open their screen time report, the numbers tell a completely different story. 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours. Hours lost to scrolling without intention, consuming content you won't remember 5 minutes later, checking notifications out of habit, digital noise that pretends to be entertainment but really functions as distraction. And then we say, I'm overwhelmed, I'm swamped, I don't have enough time. But the reality is much simpler and much harsher. You're not losing time, you're giving it away, piece by piece, hour by hour, without noticing. And when you finally see the number, it feels like catching yourself stealing from your own future. Your problem isn't time, it's priorities. People who consistently make progress don't have magical schedules. They don't have better luck or extra hours. What they do have is clarity. Clarity about what actually matters. Clarity about what deserves their attention. Clarity about what deserves to be ignored. They protect their time the same way they'd protect money or health. They say no more often than they say yes. They guard their attention like it's the rarest resource they own, because it is. They understand something most people never accept. Time doesn't appear by accident. Time only appears when you remove what doesn't matter. You don't need more hours. You need fewer energy leaks, fewer distractions, fewer pointless commitments. Your life isn't ruined by the big things you avoid, it's drained by 100 tiny things you allow. The smart, subtle ways you procrastinate. Not all procrastination looks like doing nothing. Some of the most damaging forms are disguised as productivity. Let me rearrange my workspace first. I should check my inbox real quick. I need to research a little more before I begin. I'll start after I feel ready. These actions look responsible, but their real function is to protect you from discomfort. This is avoidance psychology in action. Your brain creates tasks that feel productive, so it can escape the emotional weight of the task that actually matters. You're not avoiding the work itself, you're avoiding the feelings attached to it. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of uncertainty, fear of being judged. And so, you stay busy, while moving nowhere. This is why many people feel exhausted yet unaccomplished. They spend all day doing almost work, motion without progress. Time equals life. Here's a perspective that changes everything. Imagine you had to pay money for every hour you spend. Would you spend $20 to scroll aimlessly? Would you spend $50 watching a show you don't even enjoy? Would you hand over $100 for a pointless conversation or a mindless habit? Of course not. But every hour of your life is a form of currency. A currency far more valuable than money because you can't earn it back. You only spend it once. When you trade an hour for something trivial, you're not just losing time.
You're losing a slice of your existence. The things you do each day aren't just habits. They're investments in the person you're becoming. And when you begin to see time as life, your choices shift naturally. Not because you force yourself to be disciplined, but because you finally understand the real cost. Put what matters first. Most people make a simple but fatal mistake. They treat the important things in their life as optional. Their goals, their health, their self-improvement, their passions, all of it gets pushed to when I have time. But time never arrives on its own. Life fills every empty space with noise. So the only strategy that works is this: schedule the important things first. Before everything else. Before the day gets loud. Before other people's priorities invade your time. Treat your goals like appointments you can't cancel. Treat your growth like something that deserves a protected spot on your calendar. Treat your future like something worth fighting for. When the meaningful things go first, the meaningless things quietly fade away. That's not discipline, that's design. The 7-day challenge that exposes everything. Here's a challenge that will reveal the truth with painful clarity. For the next 7 days, track everything you do. Every task, every break, every distraction, every hour that passes. At the end of the week, sit with the list and ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my life? You'll start seeing patterns. The hours lost in between tasks. The moments wasted out of habit. The distractions you thought were harmless. The time you gave away without noticing. Most people don't lack time. They lack awareness of how they're using it. And once you become aware, truly aware, you'll never look at your days the same way again. You don't need more time. You've always had enough. You just need to stop giving it away to things that don't deserve pieces of your life. Time doesn't disappear. It transforms into the life you're either creating or wasting. And if you want more videos that break down the hidden psychology behind your habits, your emotions, and your life, hit subscribe. Not for me, for the version of you who refuses to live unconsciously.